Hi there, this is Kevin with CreativeOrange.com, and I just want to talk a little bit about mediocrity. One of the things I'm seeing happening, because I see a lot of pictures and stuff posted on Facebook and all over the place, and there's a lot of mediocrity out there. And what I've seen happening, it's kind of like, you know, our kids at school today, they teach to kind of the middle, it seems like, to where, you know, in field day even, like at the end of the year, what they do is everybody gets a green ribbon. There's no first, second, third. And I think that's wrong personally, because obviously there's people that are better at certain things than others. You know, I wasn't a sports guy, so I went a different route. I went into music and arts because I wasn't a sports guy, and I learned that early on in life. And I think that's a good thing. Instead of telling like your child, oh my God, you can be amazing, you can be amazing if you just try harder. Well, guess what? If you don't have the skill set, it's not going to work. And I see the same thing happening here with photography, where somebody will post up an image that's extremely mediocre, and everybody's like, oh my God, amazing image. Oh, look at that, that's great. And I'm just like, what are you guys talking about? That's a horrible image. And I just see this happening over and over and over again. And I think in the wedding and portrait community, what's happening is that you're only looking at wedding and portraits. Well, guess what? There's a very large, way larger than the wedding and portrait industry, photography industry out there. There's landscape, there's fashion, there's beauty, there's architecture. There's all sorts of other realms of photography. There's fine art too, that are outside the wedding and portrait industry. And it's really weird for me because I came from the wedding and portrait industry, from the fashion industry, okay? Then when I moved back to my hometown, I opened up a portrait studio. And when I went to the first convention that I went to, I was just like blown away. I'm like, who are these people? I've been shooting for 20 years, and I have no idea who any of these photographers are, because it's this very insular little thing where you guys only tend to look at people in your realm. And it's just bizarre, because I've asked people who some of the most amazing photographers on the planet are that don't do portraits, and they have no idea who they are. And it's a really, really bad thing, because what you're doing is everybody's copying everybody, and it's just this mediocre stuff just going round and round and round and round in circles. You need to look outside of the wedding and portrait industry to see what's going on. There's, like I said, you need to look at every type of photography and try and learn from that and get better from that. Because if you're looking at the exact same stuff over and over and over again, guess what? You're going to shoot the same stuff. So that's my little rant about mediocrity. You know, every time I do a shoot, a couple things happen. I get on a photo shoot, and I've been shooting for 25 plus years now. I get on a shoot, and I literally think they know that I don't know what I'm doing. Even though I do, I always think that in the back of my head. And then when I get done with the shoot with a client, I'm like, they will never have me back again. Well, they always do, and no one ever says anything to me. But I think it's that mentality that's carried me in good stead all these years, because I'm never happy with what I'm doing. I always think I can do better. At the end of every shoot, I'm just like, oh man, I could have done so much better than that. And I think that pushes me. And so what I've started to do on my own shoots is, whenever I'm on a shoot and the art director's like, oh my God, that's great, I just go, okay, that's great, now I'm going to do more. Because I can always push to do a little bit better. And I think that's what's missing in the wedding and portrait industry right now, is to push yourselves to be a little better and looking outside of your little world that you're in. Because it's a little world. I see, I didn't go to the convention this year, but I've been to all those conventions over and over and over, and it's the same people talking about the same stuff. And every once in a while there's somebody new that comes in, and it's the same thing, just rehashed. And you just need to look out of that industry, okay? So anyway, there's my little speech about mediocrity, I guess. So, okay, take care. KevinPost, CreativeOrange.com. Bye-bye.